Good morning. This morning I'm in Morton Cemetery in West Yorkshire, and today we are here to see a modern day hero, and that is of course Captain Tom. Yeah, Captain Tom reached his 100th birthday. He served in Burma, I believe, and during World War II, and after the war he became a tactician or something like that. But what he's really remembered for now is doing his 100 laps of his garden for charity, where he raised absolute millions. Right, anyway, I'm going to spin you around. We'll have a look around the cemetery while I tell you a little bit about Captain Tom.
Moore was born in Keighley, West Riding of Yorkshire, England on the 30th of April 1920 and grew up in the town. He was a son of Isabella née Hurd and Wilson Wilfred Moore. His father was from a family of builders and his mother was a head teacher. Moore was educated at Keighley Grammar School and started an apprenticeship in civil engineering. He made international headlines in April 2020 when he raised money for charity in the run-up to his 100th birthday during the COVID-19 pandemic. He served in India and the Burma campaign during the Second World War and later became an instructor in armoured warfare. After the war, he worked as managing director of a concrete company and was an avid motorcycling racer. On the 6th of April 2020, at the age of 99, during his first COVID-19 national lockdown, Moore began to walk 100 lengths of his garden in aid of NHS charities together, with a goal of raising £1,000 by his 100th birthday on the 30th of April. In the 24-day course of his fundraising, he made many media appearances and became a household name in the UK, earning a number of accolades and attracting over 1.5 million individual donations. In recognition of his efforts, he received the BBC Sports Personality of the Year, Helen Rollason Award, at the 2020 ceremony. He performed in a cover version of the song You'll Never Walk Alone, sung by Michael Ball, with proceeds going to the same charity. The single topped the UK singles charts, making him the oldest person to achieve a UK number one. On the morning of Moore's 100th birthday, the total raised by his walk passed £30 million, and by the time the campaign closed at the end of that day, had increased to over £32.79 million, worth almost 39 million with expected tax rebates. His birthday was marked in a number of ways, including flypasts by the Royal Air Force and the British Army. He received over 150,000 cards and was appointed as Honorary Colonel of the Army Foundation College. On 17th of July 2020, he was personally knighted by Queen Elizabeth II at Windsor Castle. Moore first married in 1949 to a woman who was known as Billy. The marriage was never consummated and was subsequently annulled. In January 1968 he married Pamela, 15 years his junior. They had two daughters, Hannah and Lucy. When Moore was working at Caywoods and then March Concrete, the family lived in Welney in Norfolk. The couple retired to the Costa del Sol, Spain, but returned when Pamela developed a form of dementia. She spent her last years in a nursing home where Moore would visit her every day. She died in 2006. Moore lived with his younger daughter, her husband and two grandchildren, Ben and Georgia, in Maidstone, Morton, Bedfordshire, from 2008 until his death. He also had two other grandchildren. Moore was admitted to Bedford Hospital on the 12th of January 2021. He was diagnosed with pneumonia and treated. 10 days later he was discharged to his home in Marston, Morton. Both before and during his stay in hospital, Moore was tested regularly for COVID-19. On the day of his discharge, 22nd of January, he first tested positive for the coronavirus. He remained at home for the following 9 days while receiving care and treatment. Having difficulty in breathing, Moore was readmitted to Bedford Hospital on the 31st of January with COVID-19 and pneumonia. He died on the 2nd of February, aged 100. His funeral took place on the 27th of February. Moore asked that My Way by Frank Sinatra be played at his funeral, and that his epitaph should read, I told you I was old, in reference to comedian Spike Milligan's epitaph, I told you I was ill. Many public figures, including MPs, sportsmen and celebrities, paid tribute to Moore through their social media channels. The NHS Twitter account issued a statement saying, "Thanks for everything, Sir Tom." Buckingham Palace issued a statement saying, "The Queen is sending a private message of condolence to the family of Captain Sir Tom Moore. Her Majesty very much enjoyed meeting Captain Sir Tom and his family at Windsor last year. Her thoughts and those of the royal family are with them." The Prime Minister Boris Johnson called Moore a hero in the truest sense of the word and praised him for both his military service and fundraising efforts. Johnson also announced that the flags above 10 and 11 Downing Street would be flown at half-mast as a sign of respect. Both Houses of Parliament observed a 1-minute silence in honour of Moore on the 3rd of February. The BBC News special programme Captain Tom Moore, We Salute You was rebroadcast on BBC One the same evening. Radio DJ Amanda Holden announced during the 3rd of February edition of the Heart Breakfast radio show that she was launching a campaign calling for an official memorial statue of Moore to be erected. Holden's campaign received support from the Daily Mail, Health Secretary Matt Hancock and members of Moore's family. In a debate on Good Morning Britain on the 4th of February, TV presenter Nick Knowles suggested that Moore's statue should be placed permanently on the 4th plinth of Trafalgar Square, whereas Carol Vorderman suggested Moore should have a memorial stone in Westminster Abbey. On the 4th of February, Mia Mottley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, who had met with Moore during his visit to Barbados, issued a statement of condolence on behalf of herself and her nation after learning of his death. Colonel Glyn Granham, Chief of Staff of the Barbados Defence Force, who met with Captain Tom, along with other Barbadian veterans, also extended farewell condolences along with the PM. On the 27th of February 2021, Moore's funeral was held and he was cremated. 6 members of the Yorkshire regiment, of which Moore was a member, carried his coffin with an honour guard of 14, firing 3 volleys and a World War II era Douglas C-47 Dakota, part of the Battle of Britain memorial flight, performing a flypast. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, only 8 members of his immediate family attended, but it was televised. The service also featured Moore's recording of You'll Never Walk Alone, Vera Lynn's anthem White Cliffs of Dover, and Michael Bublé's rendition of Smile. His family said that once COVID-19 restrictions allow, Moore's ashes would be interred in the Moore family plot in Yorkshire. This was done on the 5th of July 2021. The epitaph on his gravestone was, "I told you I was old," a reference to the epitaph of Spike Milligan.
Well, that is all the information I can get on Captain Tom, but his final resting place is just over here to my left, slightly behind me. So I'll spin you around and we'll go and have a look at it together. Right, well, this is another one you can't really miss. Here it is. Sir Thomas Moore, born 30th of April 1920, died 2nd of February 2021. I told you I was old. Now that is very similar to that Spike Milligan, the one where it says I told you I was ill. And underneath that, in loving memory of Hannah, wife of Thomas Moore, Club Nuke Riddlesden, who died November 22nd 1929 and on her 73rd birthday. Also of the above named Thomas Moore, died August the 9th 1931 in his 81st year. And he's got a picture of him at the bottom. Also, Wilfred, beloved husband of Isabel Moore, died May the 27th, 1970, aged 85 years, reunited. Oh. Also, Isabel, beloved wife of Wilfred Moore, of 52 Carr Lane, Riddlesden, died October 23rd, 1964, aged 77 years. But that is the final resting place of Sir Thomas Moore, or as we all know him, Sir Captain Moore. Well, that is the end of another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you like the content and you haven't already, then maybe consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost you a penny. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, as you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Well, that is it from West Yorkshire. On my way back heading south now, so I will see you on the next one, wherever I am. So bye bye for now.